just on my way to film the Pontardawe Arts Centre's panto. I'm not sure what this year's panto is though. I think it's Snow White. I'm pretty sure it's Snow White. But to be honest, quite often I don't even know what the shows are. I just get a phone call to say, can you come and film this show? And I'll go, yeah. Then I'll turn up and find out what it is. Most of my clients are actually regulars. Oh, so pretty. It's the Uplands Market on the right. Oh, wow. What they do is they block off the road and then they put stalls in. So pretty. So the show starts at 1 o'clock for the matinee. I have to film 2 performances because there's 2 different groups of dancers there. Usually I film the matinee and evening the same day, so it saves me a trip going back and forth. But this year, because of all the restrictions and everything, I've had to do it over 2 days. So I'm filming the evening performance tonight and the evening performance tomorrow. But obviously, because this is the same group performing in the matinee, what I'm doing is I'm going down early, set up, watch the performance, then after the matinee finish setting up and then film the evening performance. Bless him, Carwen, who's the tech manager down there, he's a genius with sound and lighting. He's agreed to come in early at 11 o'clock. So he can open up and I can set up as much as I can. I always feel so guilty for their tech people, to be honest, because I feel like I'm an imposition to their daily job, because I have to go in early and then I'm the last person to leave the theatre. Quite often the tech people at front of house have to come in early just to open up for me, and then which means 2-3 hours before they were supposed to come in, and then afterwards they're always sitting around waiting for me to finish packing up. So it always makes me feel really bad. I mean, I'll do my best, to be honest, to speed things up, like in the early days, because don't forget, I use 15-20 cameras to film, and these are professional video cameras. We're not talking DSLRs and you know, these little camcorders that people bring to film shows. These are professional cinema cameras I use, and obviously detachable lenses. So in the early days, what I used to do for safety reasons was to detach the lenses from the cameras. So the lenses will be in one bag, the cameras will be in another bag, everything will be safe. And obviously, as the number of cameras grew, I realized it's not practical because it's taking so long for me to take the cameras down, dismantle everything, pack everything. I just felt really bad. So what I ended up doing was leave the lens on the camera and just put the camera and lens straight in the bag, which to some extent saved a bit of time. I remember also in the old early days, I used to, when there weren't as many cameras, I used to bring in motorized platforms so I could remotely control the cameras, and the cameras will move to wherever I want them to. But then I realized that alone was taking a lot of time again, so I abandoned that idea as well. It was also announced yesterday that we could potentially go into much tighter restrictions with this new variant that's about. Not sure what's going to happen, because obviously there are loads of people booked me for January, and come January we might get loads of cancellation again. But it is what it is. There's nothing anyone can do as long as we're all safe. I spoke to my mum this morning. I said, what are you doing? She said, I'm cooking lasagna. I'm like, oh, okay. And why in the morning? What's going on? She said, oh, there was a homeless guy sitting around somewhere she'd been, I think in town, and she felt sorry that he might be cold and hungry. So she's come home to cook lasagna for him, to take it to him this morning. I said, Mum, why don't you buy a sandwich? Because surely he's going to want breakfast. He's not going to want dinner for his breakfast, if you see what I mean. Lasagna is not something you eat for breakfast. 2 years ago, I went to film the Pontardawe Panto, which again was performed by It's an Act group. And as I said previously, It's an Act is made up of both professionals and amateurs. And one of the professionals, the main lead, is called Jack, who is also the gentleman that I think runs It's an Act. He had a really bad migraine for a whole day, and he had to perform both matinee and evening performances with a massive migraine. Nobody knew. It's only after the performances that we realized how bad he was, where he almost passed out. He literally was in the changing room just in agony. So, but that's how you know someone's a professional, because as the old saying goes, the show must go on. And it doesn't matter how you feel, how bad you feel, you're still gonna carry on. This year we haven't had snow, because I remember 2-3 years ago when I came down to film the Panto, obviously being midwinter, being Christmas time, there were lots of snow about. So it was quite nice coming out of the theatre to find snow everywhere. That was a while ago.